I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves supporter Mr. Liam Keane. Liam, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Arsenal 2. Perhaps a better scoreline than many thought at the start of the game. Shame the late goal, but to be honest, I thought that they did okay today.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline that slightly flatters Arsenal for the high standards that they have, because they are a fabulous team, Arsenal. They were quite average today, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Wolves were also very good, and very good in a way that is understandable for how the squad has been decimated by injuries. They had no one available virtually for today, and they put in a performance that was spirited, it was organised, they contained Arsenal really well, frustrated them, and created some chances of their own as well.
They absolutely did, yeah.
And all of that combined resulted in a little bit of frustration, really, that I think if Wolves had a little bit of extra final third quality, they'd probably get a result today from that performance, and they warranted a result based on that performance. But because of the injuries, they haven't got those attacking forces, and they concede a very fortuitous goal if you're an Arsenal supporter from Trossard, and difficult to get back into the game from then onwards, really.
You're right in what you say. They were organised, they were set up superbly, and I think Gary Neal did a lot of work. He knew what he had to work with pretty much for the last 2 or 3 days, and I thought the way they kept possession frustrated Arsenal. You know that Arsenal were getting the majority of the ball tonight, but at the same time, the discipline that some of these youngsters showed tonight was way beyond their years.
Yeah, and albeit Arsenal did have a lot of possession, there were pockets and spells in the game when Wolves started to control it. I thought Tommy Doyle was absolutely fabulous to start. I really do. I think he was excellent. Almost a quarterback, the way that he sits in front of the defence, he picks the ball, and just the range of passing, the vision. He's so precise. I think he was magnificent today. I really do.
And for anyone asking, Wolves will be signing Tommy Doyle in the season. Do not worry about that.
Absolutely. So alongside that, you then got a squad that is very much makeshift. It's glued together by hard work and determination, and someone in Twana Traore who gets his debut. Debut from the start, a full debut, first start for the club, and I thought it was really good, really good. Neat and tidy in the pockets, looked after the ball well, didn't shirk a challenge. I thought it was as good a performance as you would expect from a young man who is still making his way in the professional game.
Playing against, let's be honest, one of the best sides in the world as well.
Yeah,
a lot of these youngsters have come and they've played. Look, in big games, Nathan Fraser and again, he played against Aston Villa and there's a few other games, but they felt like the game passed them by. I feel like he just was in the mix tonight. He didn't look out of place. Yeah, he's got stuff to work on, of course he has, but I think that he'll be very pleased. I think Gary Neal will probably sing his praises today as well. Really good, nice work. Yeah,
I think so. He's a player that I've seen a lot of promise in the 21s, hence why he so quickly jumped up to the first team. That and injuries, obviously, giving him an opportunity. And Gary's been very keen on him. And I think supporters have not been able to see really the best of Twana Traore yet, because the games he has come on from the bench, it's been limited minutes, a few minutes here and there, difficult to make an impact. And albeit he didn't score a goal today, didn't assist today, his game was made up of, I think the biggest compliment, as you've already said, is not looking out of place. If he sticks out like a sore thumb, it becomes very obvious, especially a player being thrown into the limelight like that.
Especially in a game like this.
Especially in a game like this, where against a team, not only are they very good, but they desperately needed to win tonight, Arsenal. And he didn't look out of place in the slightest. As I say, very neat and tidy in the pockets, looked after the ball really well, linked up with Hwang, made a few runs in behind, just intelligent and concise play. And that's all the Wolves needed from him today. And I think he did it really well. So credit to him, because it's a difficult stage to step up to, and he joined the club in September from Ipswich. All of a sudden he's playing Premier League football.
And ironically, probably the best chance of the half fell to right wing, left wing, wherever he was playing today. João Gomez.
Yeah, all over. Ran himself into the ground. João Gomez. I mean, he was walking a tightrope with a second yellow card as well a few times. It was a fabulous chance. I mean,
I saw him get off the coach and he was buzzing, and he probably was buzzing because he knew what position he was going to play today.
Just running all over the shop. But he's a free spirit, isn't he? And
you want to bottle him and keep him up.
Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing.
And look, he sort of nicks the ball, doesn't he, on that right side, races into the box, and there's not a lot of options really.
No.
He has to go for goal. It's a tight angle, and credit to Raya. I know it's not too far away from him, sort of in terms of his body shape, but it comes at him quickly, and it's a really good instinctive reactive save. And if he doesn't do that, Wolves go 1-0 up. And I would argue, or hedge my bets based on that performance, Wolves get something from that game. They go 1-0 up because of the way they were performing. They were containing Arsenal really well.
But we know when Gary Neal unveiled what the team was, what the team news was, the likes of Mateus Cunha missing, big blow. and then Hwang Hee-chan comes off in the 50th minute. I don't think he was supposed to get any more than 45, but got an extra 4 or 5 minutes out of him, and Mario Lemina comes on, and Wolves haven't got a senior forward on the pitch. So that just shows really the situation they're in, and it's very frustrating because, like you say, on another night, you feel like Wolves would have got something tonight.
Not only was it no senior forwards, it was 4 central midfielders: Boubacar Traoré, Tommy Doyle, João Gomez, and Mario Lemina, all on the pitch. Obviously, Sarabia and Aït-Nouri came on a little bit later in the game, but at that point you're looking for Mario Lemina, who is making runs behind as a makeshift number 9, or at the very least a wide 10 during that second half. It is frustrating because Wolves could and should have got something from today based on the performance, but they haven't got the players available. It's as simple as that. You're working with what you've got, and what you do need, talking about bottling up João Gomez, if you can bottle up some of that good feeling from supporters as well. The fans
are brilliant tonight.
The fans are brilliant
good
all evening tonight.
From literally
very first
minute,
your very first minute to the very end, and even at the end there, giving Gary and the players a lot of appreciation for the effort they put in tonight.
Because they can buy into it. They see that it's it's not Gary O'Neill's fault. It's not the players' fault where they are. They just need, hopefully, a good summer. Gary O'Neill gets some investment, and he can make this squad that's not 10, 11, 12 fit players, and make it a proper 24-man squad, and they can really compete because they've got the infrastructure, they've got the quality, they've got the core to really challenge towards that top half of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you've got those difficulties with injuries and the squad size, and then you have Gary, who I think has been very tactically astute, set up the team very well tonight in difficult circumstances, and then on top of that having the players carrying out that plan. We talk about togetherness and the way that the squad has rallied together during difficult and good times this season. That was a perfect example of it for me. That was, as you talk about, fans buying into a hard-working ethos in a team that is reflecting what the fan base are. And when you have that come together, it's a brilliant thing. Wolves should have got something tonight based on that, and one lucky goal and one maybe poor from Jose Sarr for the second, and Wolves would have got something.
Yeah, look, you look to the bench, Pablo Sarabia, Mario Lemina, Ryan Aït-Nouri all coming on. You've got to hope that those 3 have got a good chance, hopefully, and maybe starting against Bournemouth on Wednesday. We'll see what the situation with Mateus Cunha, probably unlikely at this stage, but again, Hwang Hee-chan 50 minutes, maybe he might get a little bit longer. Bournemouth and Luton back-to-back home games. If they can produce performance like that for the next 2 home games, they're not playing Arsenal, they're playing, no respect, but Bournemouth and Luton, they should be getting 4 to 6 points in those 2 games if they play to the levels that they can today.
Yeah, exactly. And the levels is the right word, but not necessarily the same style. You remember when Gary O'Neill arrived at the club, he said that I want Wolves to be good at everything. I want them to be good in possession, good on the counter-attack, be able to adapt to any game plan. This team and the way Gary works and sets them up, they're a chameleon. They will change based on the opponent in front of them. They've had a specific game plan tonight where they're frustrating.
I like chameleon.
Done well there, I
like that.
Where they're frustrating Arsenal and been able to not play on the counter, but play to contain them and try to just pick passes and pick pockets here and there. Against Bournemouth, Wolves at home should be dominating the ball. They should be looking after the ball and grinding Bournemouth into the ground, just forcing them into submission. Wolves have got the players, regardless of injuries, to go and beat this Bournemouth side. Their gaffer was here today as well, watching on. But it'll be a different kind of performance that's needed. And if you can adapt to that kind of game plan, Wolves got a great chance of getting all 3 points.
Yeah, they certainly have. But all credit to them, they were superb tonight, albeit in defeat. Final score, Wolves 0, Arsenal 2 for all the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.